Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to the first stream of the new year. Exciting stuff. I hope you guys have had a good new year so far. I know we're only like, 4 to 5 days in, but I hope it's been a good one for you guys so far. Happy New Year's to you all. I know I'm a little late, but yeah, this is my first stream of the new year. What better way to kick it off than to play some Borderlands, yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for coming in, everybody who's here. I really appreciate it, as always, guys. Let me actually play some North Exit in the background. I'd keep playing Dynatron, but, I get the feeling YouTube's probably gonna copyright me. Jesus Christ, I can't even speak today. Had a little bit too much coffee. So if I stutter a little bit, that's why. But yeah, I have a feeling YouTube's gonna copyright claim me if I keep playing that. So we're just gonna switch over to North Exit while I talk for a minute. Don't worry, I'm gonna be jumping into the game soon. Whoa, shit! Let's turn that down a little bit. Do I want to listen to this one? Sure. Well, what's this? What about this one? Wave World. Yeah, we'll do this one. Okay. Hubby Bear, how are you doing? Happy New Year's to you as well. And I really also want to apologize to you guys for the lack of streams this last month or so. I feel like it's been about almost a month since I last streamed. I did kind of like an early Christmas stream, and then I just haven't streamed since. Yeah, I'm usually pretty busy during the holidays, which there's a lot of people who are, it makes sense, Christmas and, New Year's and all that is it's a pretty hectic time for a lot of people. Just that time of year, But thankfully things are kind of dying down now, and I'm able to actually stream again, so that's exciting. Anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into the game. I kind of want to leave this going a little bit. The music. I'm trying to think if I want to keep it going or not, but I think I will just for a minute. Kind of enjoying it. I know I play North Exit like all the time. It's one of the few things that I have that at least I'm aware of. Synthwave artists that isn't copyrighted on YouTube. So now I can't say it's going to be like that permanently, but as of now, it's fine to play. I just, I really need to make like a music playlist, a dedicated music playlist that just has a bunch of songs, synthwave songs, or it doesn't even have to be synthwave. Just music that's copyright free, which I know there's like a lot of that out there, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's see. Yeah, we're probably gonna keep farming on Lilith because I still am looking for the tsunami. That's like my New Year's. One of my New Year's resolutions is finding a fucking tsunami. Just want to find one so bad. I know you guys are probably sick of the North Exit though. I play this a lot. There's been streams where I just like leave the one of the albums just going. Like I think even my last stream I just left one of the albums going, which I actually didn't mean to do. I kind of forget that that's playing in the background, so you just like listening to the same songs over and over again. But Oh well. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I will update, you know. I will get some new music, don't worry. I mean, I have a lot of music. I have a lot of music that I can play. It's just a lot of, like, a majority of it is, you know, like if I play it on my stream, I'm gonna get a copyright claim. Copyright claim. I can't fucking say that without, like, stuttering. A copyright claim. And that's obviously not ideal. You know, it's not like a big deal or anything, but, oh yeah, the fucking performance bullshit that I was dealing with before. I need to fix that. I need to look into, what's going on with that. Ever since I got this new monitor, I've been having some weird, performance drops playing, or like at least streaming games. I need to look into that. Mess with some settings. I kind of forgot about that, actually. Let's see. I'll probably just keep the music going until I get to Crawmerax. That's what we're gonna do, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you probably could have guessed from the title. I'm gonna be doing some Crawmerax slash Armory farming. I didn't already mention that. I don't know if I did. Maybe I did. No, I don't want to play Wave World again. No, 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 no. Why is it doing that? What about this one? Stepharoy. Good evening. How are you doing? And Collusions. Stranger Things has an incredible synthwave soundtrack. I've heard it does. You know, I've actually it's kind of surprising I haven't watched Stranger Things. I feel like it would be something I would really enjoy. Not just for the soundtrack, but just because that's like my sort of shit, you know. It's my type of show. What was I doing? Anyway, may as well activate one of the vials. I might do a little bit of arsenal farming in the stream, depending on how I feel. I don't know if it'll exclusively be Crawmerax slash Armory farming. I'm not even sure I'll get to the Armory. We're kind of playing it by ear today, you know. Definitely gonna do some Crawmerax for a bit though. Mediocre vial. Treats, that's what I was looking for. And also, where... Just a second. I'll have my stream preview up. There we go. Just drag that over here. Also, you guys probably noticed I got a haircut, finally. I kind of wanted to grow my hair out long, but, you know, every time I want to do that, it just gets out of control, and it becomes a pain in the ass to deal with, you know? It's like I love having long hair, but I hate dealing with it. I hate, you know, the maintenance that comes with it. So I just decided to get my hair cut. I love how there's just invisible barriers that keep me from flying off. Oh my god. I'm being reckless today with this thing. Because why not? Because of shit like that. Because it's fun. God damn it. I mean, come on. Like, how can I resist the urge sometimes to just go full speed ahead with the retreat? It's usually like a recipe for disaster, but it's always a fun recipe for disaster. It's always worth it in the end. Even if it, you know, gets me killed. Or stuck. Oh my god, speaking of getting myself killed. Oh man, it's been a while since that's happened. See, like that was worth it. That was worth it. Oh, not this glitch again. I gotta remember you can't spawn the retreat right here. For some reason, I don't know, it must be some weird collision glitch. Let's see, will it work over there? Yes, it will. Oogie, what's up, man? How you doing? It's good to see you. Hope you've been well. Hope the new year has been treating you well so far. Oh, no! Still alive for some reason. That I feel like usually kills you. And I have a retreat as well, which is like the least durable vehicle like ever. Alright, whatever. Saves me from having to go back again. Now that would have been a dumb, not so fun death, actually. The fun ones are the ones where you fly off of a cliff or something, or what happened earlier. Channel 6 work for YouTube? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Is that like a radio station or something? Like, or is that, what is that exactly? Like a YouTube channel? Missed the armory glitch and farming for hours, good times. Well, you should jump back on again, The game is still there for you to play. I mean, assuming that you still have it, I guess it depends on if you, have a digital copy or not, or if you sold the game, This depends on where you play it and everything, circumstances, but if you still have it, why not jump in? Had a rest start, but it's good now. Honestly, same. Well, it's not quite good, but for me anyway, but it's better. I always think like, oh, the new year is going to be like, I'm going to be able to do all sorts of new, exciting shit when the new year happens, but, it's just kind of the same shit, Nothing really changes, usually. I mean, I do have, like goals that I set and everything, but I don't know why I just kind of have, like, these expectations that things are going to, like I'm going to, like, my depression's going to be cured and shit like that, Unrealistic expectations of the new year. Anyway, let's turn off the music. Turn that off. There we go. Go ahead and turn on the in-game music, so it's not just... There we go. That's better. Oh shit, why do I not have a shield equipped? I think that's what I was doing, that's what I was gonna do. And I forgot what I was doing. Let's see, Procyon, let's do the Procyon. Also, I don't have the right loadout for this. I'm honestly tempted just for shits and giggles just to kill him with the Fusilation. Fusion? Why not? Show you guys the power of the Fusilation versus Crawmerax. If you ever want to cheese Crawmerax, this is how you do it. Let's see. Grenades. I don't want to do the myriads. I think we'll just do the neutrino. I think that's probably good. How's the volume, by the way? Is it okay? Is it too loud? Might just be loud for me. Hold on. Let me check something really quick. 82%. Okay. Fuck, I didn't realize, There we go. Just really loud for me. JDX, how you doing, man? Oh god, the fucking jets, though. Been working on a highlight video from the playthrough I did with Sleep in TCD. Nice, dude. Let's see, what playthrough was that? Did you guys, oh yeah, was it that Iridian thing you guys were doing? Oh, fuck. Is that like gonna be one just giant like compilation video or something of just like cool moments, funny moments? Oh fuck. I need to make those kind of videos again, just, you know, those little funny moment compilations that I used to do for my streams. Speaking of videos though, I actually do have some exciting news for you guys who were, you know, wanting me to make videos again. I have some ideas for things I want to do. Anyway, I don't know why I'm dilly-dallying so much for Crawmerax here. I could have fucking taken him out so much quicker than that. But there you go. That's the Fusilation versus Crawmerax. Very effective, as you can see. Striker. Ooh. Nice. Hornets. I do have the Procyon, so there's much more loot here than there would otherwise be. Violator. Oh, got some cool legendaries in here. Orion. Nice. Another equalizer. Problem about the Fusilation though, or the Procyon, is that it you know, with all the extra loot and stuff, it kind of makes things a little bit harder to sort through. You know, actually like getting to the good stuff, you know, locating things that you actually want is a little bit more difficult because of all the extra added, you know, shit that he drops, like all this money and ammo and all that stuff. It's like it's good and bad, you know. And then there's also the fact that since there is more stuff, you know, the game is going to crash sooner, but that's okay. I feel like it's worth it. Usually not a big problem for me. And I know I could be looking more at some of these purples, but I'm really not super, you know, into looking for, I'm kind of just looking for very specific things right now. Like pearlescence and legendaries. And besides, even if there was a good purple, I wouldn't really be able to, you know, tell without your guys' help anyway. It's a way to separate your audio tracks from your computer, or on your computer, excuse me. On OBS settings, you can set it to not send the music track, specifically the VOD. Really? Is that something I can use on XSplit? Because that's my streaming software that I'm using. I know everybody tells me to switch to OBS. I could do that, but then that would require me to set up OBS and add all my stuff on there, and that's a lot of work because I have a lot of basically everything that all my settings are already configured on here, and it's such a pain in the ass to have to to do that again because it was already hard enough to set it all up in the first place. Having to do that again would be hell. Yes, Iridian plus Arsenal. I only have 2 streams and some saved though. Some clips. Oh. You only have 2 streams? Didn't you guys do a bunch of streams? Or is that just those are the only ones that you have saved? May as well just, do that. Alright, let's switch to something else. Switch to the other weapon that I like to use against Crawmerax on this character, which is Skull Masher. Another effective weapon. Not quite as effective though. But yeah, does the job. I know I could use the Fusillation, more. But I feel like that just isn't as exciting, I want an actual challenge versus Crawmerax, That's just me though. I guess if I was just wanting, if I was just impatient and I just wanted the loot, then I would do that, but I like to actually fight Crawmerax, I'm not just here for the loot. I'm here for the actual fight itself as well. I'm so glad that, I don't know who it was that pointed out the Skull Masher is really effective against Crawmerax, but whoever you were in the chat, thank you again. Because it is, yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, to be honest. Kind of crazy. It's a very effective weapon. Any sort of weapon that's like a masher in this game is most likely, gonna do some damage against Crawmerax. And it also just, even if you're not the best when it comes to, hitting his crit spots, you don't really have to be with these kind of guns, You have more room for error. This is another good reason that they're good. Oh, hell. Let's see, which one is it? This one? There we are. Oh shit, I'm up against the wall! No! I didn't realize I was up against the wall. That's not good. Thankfully we have this. Let's see. You only had 2 VODs saved, gotcha. Was it just you that streamed Oogie, or did anybody else stream it, or is it just you? Oh fuck. Alright. No, no, oh! I honestly thought I wasn't gonna get launched there, because I wasn't, I thought I wasn't gonna be touching the ground when it went off. If you're not touching the ground, it won't do anything. There we go. There we go. Oh hell. It's always the maggots, man. It's always the maggots. Like the double anarchy, me too. That's also a great weapon. I feel like that's, one of the best, also just because, you know, they're not that hard to find as well. I feel like Skull Mashers are a little bit on the rarer side. Oh, fucking hell. But Anarchies are pretty fucking common, man. Oh. I've seen a lot of Anarchies. I wonder how the Skull Masher is on other characters, though. You know, like Mordecai. Like, I can imagine the Skull Masher fucking destroying Crawmerax and Mordecai. I gotta get my Mordecai up to level 69 still. Can't believe I haven't done that yet, man. He's the only character that I have not maxed out. Still. I've just been holding off to do it on stream. Continue the one that I started on stream a long time ago. Not the bottom tier items only playthrough one. I mean, that one's also I need to keep going with TCD, but the other one that I started, it was like 2. I finished the first playthrough, but I don't think I did anything else after that. Shit, some stuff land up there. I mean, thankfully I have the neutrino, so it's not the end of the world if stuff did land up there. Even double stinger. I mean, I was also just gonna say, it's kind of funny we get a stinger, but I was also gonna say that stingers are pretty good against Crawmerax too. If like if you didn't have an anarchy, any fast fire SMG, I feel like is pretty good. And that one happened to have you know, be a double stinger, which is extra effective. What do you guys think like the worst weapon type against Crawmerax would be? Probably like what, rocket launchers, you think? Even though I feel like some people do use rocket launchers against Crawmerax. Like, I'm pretty sure, what was that one rocket launcher that has like, that shoots in an arc? Was it the Leviathan or something? Is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure that, like, I've seen people use that thing against Crawmerax and pull off some cool trick shots with it. Just, this looks awkward for me anyway. Very good double stinger, really? I mean, yeah, that does look really good. And that fucking text is so small. Is that normal? Like, because, you know, I updated the globals, or that one file that, you know, that comes with the fucking the Iridian weapon overhaul. That changes like the text size. I use that. And is it normally supposed to be this small? Or is that just... I feel like that's like really small. I mean, I could still read it, like it's still fine, but you know. Damn. Only the Needhog and Mongol are good. Really? Interesting. Like they're actually like good as in like effective? Like they work well against Crawmerax? I'd have to try that out. What does the Mongol do again? I can't remember, man. I haven't used a Mongol. I mean, I haven't used a lot of these vanilla legendaries for a while, but the Mongol in particular, like, I feel like it's been fucking forever. All right, let's get out of here. Dude, you got a proficiency comm? What? Where? Like loyalty comm? Like in here? Is that what you're talking about? Where? And is it? Oh, right there. Oh, nice. And it's for my character. Malawan. Dude. Nice catch. Ah, fuck. Of course I have one that's like better. Wait, is it better? It is, right? I mean, it looks better. Just a first glance. Let me check. Just double check. Yeah. I mean, this has like extra weapon damage, but yeah. Still, that's cool. Ah, man, I really would love to find. That's another thing I'm looking for, by the way, is the Iridian, the elusive Iridian loyalty class mod for Lilith. I honestly should be like really looking at the class mods more while I'm farming on this character. Is that even like? I'm still not even sure. Like, does that even like exist? Is that a drop? Like, can Crawmerax even drop that? Did I ever establish that was a thing? Because I remember like hearing it was a. Is it like a bug drop or something? I don't know. Or just extremely rare, one of the two. Or both. Regardless, I've never seen one in my life. I mean, who knows? I might have actually gotten one. I've just never seen it, you know? Like, actually, like... You know, I probably, like, missed it or something. You never know. Because I don't... There's a lot of times where I just completely, like right there, like... Oogie, had you not told me that there was a loyalty comm there, I probably would not have seen it. They just blend in with like every other class mod and thing in the pile. Sometimes I just don't, you know, end up seeing them. There's not really a lot that distinguishes them other than just their name. You know, it's kind of like finding a penetrator or something, you know, it's like, or even a fucking Draco, like, you have to look very, very carefully at it, you know what I mean? It blends right in, you know, like to being just a regular old purple heavy machine gun or whatever. That you could easily miss it if you're not looking carefully enough. Need how I can play through one for speed kills. Another one loyalty comm near the stinger. Tell someone on Discord. You never got it yourself. 0.9% drop rate is Lilith on drop. Like for the Iridian. The Iridian comm. Fuck. Damn. I really should keep an eye out though, you know. I may as well, like, you know, if I'm gonna farm Crawmerax as Lilith, I may as well keep an eye out for it, you know. I'll try. There might be times where I'll just forget or space it out because I tend to do that. With the class mods anyway. But I'll try to remember to look more thoroughly, even if I'm not like completely thorough. Oh, fuck, no! Come on, man! The other one got in the way! The fuck? That's annoying. Literally, like, the other one just jumped in front of me, blocked my shots like an asshole. They would. The Crawmerax would do that. Annoying little buggers. God. I know I've already said this before, But I like to ask this question: is there any new games that are coming out that you guys are excited about this year? I know for me, there's a lot of new games. Armored Core 6 being one of them. Fucking Wolong. So excited about that. I might even stream that. The makers of Neo games, Team Ninja. Looks really fun. I think they're also making like a Monster Hunter like game as well. I don't know if it's Team Ninja, but that might even be out. I have no idea actually. Keep more of an eye on that. Oh shit. But Hollow Knight 2, that was something I don't know if I mentioned before. I'm excited about. I still need to play through the fucking first game though. I really want to. I am so excited to play through Hollow Knight. It's just finding the time to do it, you know what I mean? I have the game on my Switch, and actually on my PC as well. Right now, my current focus has actually been on the Bayonetta games. Just about to start the second one. And also Risk of Rain 2, I've been playing that as well, and Hitman 3. Those are kind of my games I've been playing. Well, except for Bayonetta 2. I'm about to start that. Haven't started it quite yet, though. Anyways, is there any games you guys are excited about? Silent Hill, oh yes, that'll be cool. I'm still a little torn on, you know, the kind of the art direction though that they went with, and the way fucking what's his name looks, the main character, whatever his name was again. But still, I'm pretty excited. Just finally something Silent Hill that's not a fucking pachinko machine or whatever. Fucking Konami. I would love it if we got something Metal Gear related as well. I can't remember. Did they announce they were doing something with Metal Gear? I don't remember. Jesus, the Jets are just going at it today. Speaking of a double anarchy, there you go. I tell you, they're really not that hard to find. I mean, granted, I do have the Procyon. Ooh. Executioner. Savior. A good fire rate. Oh, a wise guy. That's random. Crawmerax just so happened to drop that. I'm assuming Crawmerax did. Could have been one of the minions, but I have a feeling it was Crawmerax. That's cool. Do I even have a wise guy? I don't even think I do. Just random arsenal drop in there. I do have a wise guy. Wait a minute. 320 times 14. Just compare the damage real quick. Where was that? Fuck. Where did I even... What section did I even, like, scroll through to see that? Was it this? Whatever. 251... 320. Yeah, sure. Oh, I hate scrolling through my fucking inventory, man. When I have so much stuff, it's a pain. Why do I have 2 destroyers? Oh, that one. About that time again where I need to like go through my inventory. I usually have TCD help me with that because it's overwhelming to me, you know. And it's nice to have somebody who can help me with like the parts and everything, you know, tell me what's good and what's not good. Alright, wait a minute though, this one... What do you guys think? Probably the damage, right? This one? I'm gonna go for the damage, I think, on the wise guy. I think that's more important. the fucking fire rate or whatever, but Resident Evil 4. Oh yes! How can I forget, man? Resident Evil 4 the remake. Oh, I'm so fucking excited about that. Now that is definitely one of the games I'm really looking forward to this year. I think that comes out in what, a few months. I'd really like to snag the, I don't really get collector's editions that much these days, but I really would love to snag that Resident Evil 4 collector's edition if that's even a thing. Like, I know they kind of were selling it there when it was first announced, but I haven't seen them. I haven't seen it anywhere else or get restocked again. I mean, granted, I haven't really looked lately, but I was checking like a lot there, and there weren't any restocks, at least on GameStop, because it was like only on GameStop that they were doing that at first. But I get the feeling I probably missed out again. The one time I'm just not paying attention. Anyway, let's see. Let me just look for the class mods here. I don't even care if it's like a blue one. I just would love to find one of those, man. Alright, whatever. I think we're good. Alright. Yeah, I agree. MGS should just be as it is. I wouldn't really be opposed to some like remakes or remasters though or something, but I don't really want them to make another game. Like a new game in the series. Silent Hill is... I mean, I would love for them to make a new game that just was not bleh, you know? I feel like after Silent Hill 4, it just kind of went downhill. You know? Although, the last one that they made, was it Downpour? I mean, I know that one also got mixed reception, but I recently watched a video on it. And, it's really not as bad as people made it out to be. Although it still did have a lot of problems. Oogie, I know you're probably excited for that Risk of Rain Returns. I know I am. I still need to farm some stuff like an Ironclad Rose, Iridian Loyalty Com, Bloodless, yeah. Man, what I would give to actually see a Bloodless drop. I won't forget that time that I got trolled. And I thought a Bloodless dropped, but it was just me dropping the one that TCD gave me. Oh, man. That fucking sucked. I got so excited, man. I was so excited that I got a Bloodless. But no, it's just me, it's because I dropped the one that I had, and I kind of forgot that there was music that plays when you drop a Bloodless. Who was that one person? Wasn't there just like one person, or was there several people that we had in our server that got Bloodless? Was it like X? That had one drop? Isn't he known as I'm Just Kevin now, or is that somebody completely different? Oh fuck. I just get mixed up with the names of people. Oh. This is bad. This is really bad. Wait, who's next to me though? Hold on, we might be able to get this. Oh! Very excited for Risk of Rain. I really was not expecting that at all. I don't know if really anybody was, to be honest, but... I've never actually played the original Risk of Rain, though. I need to. I know the one that I have on my Switch, like, comes with the first game, you know. Oh, hell. Would you recommend that I still check that out, Oogie, with, like, the remake coming out, do you think? Because I know you've played the first one. Committing to farming for Bloodless this year, you should, dude. I should as well, actually. Although that is, you know... That could very well easily be like a surefire way of setting ourselves up for disappointment, you know, because... Yeah, farming for... specifically for Bloodless... you know... kind of itself is a bad idea, but... just because of the fact that they are so fucking rare, you know, that it's like... Man, you know... There's a high chance that... we won't ever see one, to be honest, even if we farmed for it. That's why I kind of like... I mean, I'm always hoping that I get a Bloodless, like, all the time, you know, every time I, you know, activate one of the vials, I'm always, like, praying to the RNG gods, you know, that I get one to drop. But I'm never, you know, I guess I never really, like, think too much about it. It would be interesting to, like, attempt one, though, like, just attempt, like, a farm that was just specifically aimed at trying to get a Bloodless. I know, for me, anyway, it probably wouldn't end very well, like, I probably lose my mind just doing it, but, you know, it would be kind of fun to try. Wish you can give me my bad tsunami. God damn it, JDX. I'm guessing it's a fucking tsunami with like a horrible fire rate, right? I would imagine anyway. Because when you say a bad tsunami, like, hell, even if it's a shit tsunami with a good fire rate, honestly, I might take it. I actually might take it. Even though I'd still probably want to farm for one, you know, anyway. I guess it really wouldn't matter that much, but... Because let's face it, you know, it's not as satisfying if I'm given the thing that I want, you know, in the game. Oh, that looked like a pearlescent, man. Ah. Fucking hell, I hate that. I hate when the loot beams overlap. It's always frustrating. Alright. I am just, yeah, taking just a little bit more time to kind of look through to see what kind of comms we got. Because now I'm all, you know, interested, like, in trying to find one of those Iridian class mods, you know? I mean, I've always been interested in finding one, but, like, now that I'm actually thinking about it again, like, I really, really would like to find one. The highlight video has TCD using 2 Bloodless weapons. Of course. I'm not surprised, actually. He would do that. He would just fucking whip out a Bloodless. Let me guess, did he have you turn your back? That's normally what he does anyway. He doesn't want you to, like, to see it. He just wants you to hear it in the background. Just in the fucking distance. Shooting a nuke. Oh, I shouldn't say anything. Fuck. Just pretend I didn't say anything. The guns are extremely rare to get, rarer than pearlescent. Yes. Oh, yes, yeah. I didn't see your question, miss, please. Thanks for answering, Oogie, by the way. But yeah, Oogie, pretty much nail it on the head. Some of the rarest things that you could get in this game. That, as far as we know, only, what, 2 people, right, Yugi? Has ever seen one. And those are just 2 people that we are aware of that were on our server. I mean, there might be people that never, like, shared it, or that aren't on our server that have found one. You know, that's people that we know of. There actually could be more people. Those are the 2 people that I know of. Which, by the way, if you guys do, you know, are using the arsenal and are on our Discord server, you should definitely share when you get one. Like, we definitely would love to see that. At least I would love to see that. I don't know who wouldn't. Like, that is a very special drop. Very special. Hey, Sleep Master, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, dude? It's good to see you. You can spoil uploads if you want. Would TCD approve? That's the real question. I mean, I already know about the Bloodless, and I'm sure you do, and you know. Basically, yeah, you guys like, that are good friends with TCD probably already know what the Bloodless do. Fucking hell. I wonder if, I don't know if TCD will ever work on the Bloodless again. I would love for him to work on the Bloodless again. But I know that was, you know, I've talked to him about it before, and I know he said that was kind of on the back burner. If he does do that again. Oh no! Ah, fuck. Hate it when that happens, man. Hate it. Oh, now I have like this giant mess of loot to look through. God damn it, man. I hate that. That's like the worst when that happens. Especially with the Procyon, it's just like, it's insult to injury as well at that point, because it's just, you know, there's even more loot that drops. Ugh. If there's anything that really just triggers me in this game, it's when that happens. Because as much as I enjoy looking through a nice pile of loot, I don't like it when it mixes with an old pile of loot. Like the new loot mixes with the old loot that I've already looked through. then it just becomes a chore. Oh, that's that old one. The old Malon one. Got a little excited there. Ugh. Fuck. It's like, what have I already looked through? I mean, obviously this stuff is like new, but it's just like when it comes to the middle part here, it's like what's new, what's not. I know this is new. I'd love to find a bitch with a good fire rate that's actually like decent, you know? I feel like that's something I need to still find. Every time I find a bitch with a good fire rate, which is it's just funny to say, by the way, but every time I find a bitch with a good fire rate, they're always shitty. Fuck. What a sentence. Aiden, how are you doing? About to go to sleep, pun intended, but YouTube recommended your playthrough. Nice. That's awesome, Sleep. Love the little sleep pun as well. I mean, how can you not? How can you not drop a sleep pun in there? You know, you are Sleep Master after all. It's only fitting. Oh, there's the crash. I knew it. I knew it would happen soon. Because, yeah, there was a lot of loot there. There was a lot of loot. Anyway, let's just let's jump back in. I might go to the Armory now, I think. What do you guys think, though? You want me to keep going with Crawmerax, or would you rather me switch to the Armory? Sometimes I just feel like that's a good cue for me to just switch to the Armory, you know, when that happens. But I am not opposed to keep farming Craw. Kind of indifferent, honestly. Because the main thing I am still looking for is that tsunami. And the Armory is also a good place of, well, obtaining one. So, it doesn't really matter to me as long as I'm hunting for that tsunami right now. So Bloodless is like getting a Nemesis Invader. Pretty much. It might even be rarer than that, actually. I have no idea. It might be rarer, but also, you know, does... You know, like, if you consider the fact that, like, the way you obtain the Bloodless is by just killing, like, any enemy in the game. Like, let's say you go to the fucking zombie DLC and you kill a bunch of zombies there. You know, like, I feel like you're... Even if it was rarer than the Nemesis Invader, you'd have, like, a better chance of getting one just because of that alone. Because you're just, like, mowing down a bunch of weak enemies. Whereas getting a Nemesis Invader requires you to, like, get it through either the Armory or Crawmerax. Just very, like, it's much more limited in actually how you obtain it, is basically what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's, yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, go ahead and activate the mediocre vial. Yeah, the old... Well, maybe we'll do the retreat again. I had a lot of fun driving the retreat to Crawmerax, so go ahead and take this bad boy to the Armory. Without hopefully having to spawn a new one. But that might be hard. That in itself is a challenge. At least if I'm going like full speed ahead and driving really recklessly. Am I going to continue with the Iridium overhaul playthrough? Well, actually, I never really started a playthrough of that, but I actually am thinking of, you know, continuing. I've been thinking of continuing my Mordecai, which, you know, it won't necessarily be like a full-on like Iridian overhaul playthrough, but I will be, you know, getting Iridian drops from the overhaul as well as Arsenal drops. Like it'll be like both. Basically just a playthrough, but yeah, with those two mods activated. So I'll be using both. I have been wanting to do that. But as far as like exclusively Iridian playthrough, I would like to do that eventually. For sure. That would be kind of fun. I know Yugi was just talking about the playthrough you guys did. And making a compilation of clips and stuff. I was so tempted to go full speed on that right there, but I resisted the urge. Oh shit. I guess I will have to spawn another one again. I kind of forget you have to get out right here. I always forget about that, man. This fucking awkward part of having to get out. I don't know why you can't just drive through here. That is one thing that always kind of bugged me. Was the fact that you had to get out right here. Like, what is the point of that? It's like you can still have those lance enemies spawn there. You know. It's weird. I guess maybe because they wanted you to go in this area and have to fight Lance on foot. I don't know. Maybe that, actually. I have no idea what the real reason was. But I think you should have the option. That would be at least more convenient for people like me who just want to go to the Armory. Even though I could very well, you know, just use a Godspeed or, hell, even use a fucking fast travel mod. But, you know, I'm just doing the old-fashioned way. Somewhat, anyway. Using mods still, but I still have to actually go to the Armory the old-fashioned way. Oh my god. What am I thinking? Oh my lord! Man, this guy is going to town on me. Ugh! Why didn't I equip a Godspeed? Why am I running... Or why didn't I at least fucking grab a normal car? What is wrong with me? I had that coming, honestly. I had that coming. Nice, can't wait to see your reactions. Yes, man, I'm excited too. I need to do some more, you know, not only on-stream farming, but off-stream farming as well. Because I really do love your Iridian overall mod, by the way. Man, it's one of the best things that could actually happen in this game. I've always, you know, been a huge fan of the Iridian weapons and thought that they were, you know, they had a lot of potential, and I feel like your mod actually really, you know, brings out the potential in Iridians. But like in a much bigger way, you know. Like not only does it kind of fix the problems that the Iridians had, but it adds like a lot more as well. And that combined with the arsenal is just fucking... Oh, that, man, it's it's quite the godlike combo. Match made in heaven. Oh shit. Oh fucking hell. Oh. Gasher. Haha. Nice. That's kind of cool. From the midget. Oh. Damn it. Just not really in the mood to fight these guys right now. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I just want to get right into the Armory. Start looting. Grab that. Was it good? Because I'll go back if it's good. I'll grab it. Do I already have a gasher? Oh fuck. Hold on. SMGs. I do. This one's pretty good though. I mean, it can't be better than that, right? I don't think it's better than that. Wait, I have 2 gashers. Oh shit. Yeah, I think we're pretty set on the gasher front. I do love myself a gasher though. I feel like gashers are not the most common either, actually. Especially like that. Like that was the midget dropping it like that. That's not very common. In fact, have I ever seen that before? Not even sure if I have. I mean, I think I've seen that midget drop like legendary SMGs or whatever, but I don't know if I've seen it drop a gasher. God damn it! Thought I had the neutrino out. Oh god! I was like, why was that jump so pathetic? And I turn around and I realize I spawned in a retreat. Fuck it, let's drive around in this thing for a second in here. Never actually done this. There's like no real good reason to do this other than to like just for fun. Woo, I'm actually driving a vehicle in Nox's Armory. Even though it's like this is like one of the worst places to have a vehicle. Not even like I can really do that. Oh! Wow! Did you see how much damage I just did to him with that? Look at that! He's at half health. Maybe it's actually not a bad idea, even though I did just kill myself in the process. And he'll probably get full health again, but that actually did a surprising amount of damage. I did not think of that. Oh, whoops. Gotta get some grenades. I could just keep fighting Nox, but he's just probably at full health again anyway. That was fun to try out though, for science. I really did not think I was going to do jack shit to him though. Wow. I don't know why, I just thought like it wouldn't do anything, hardly. There we go. That's the jump I was looking for. Chance for Arsenal Legendary is 0.1 weight. Chance for Arsenal Pearlescent is 0.01 weight. Chance for Bloodless. Oh my god, yeah. A lot of zeros, basically. So in essence, just very, 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 very rare. I don't know why I thought that was a pearlescent in there. Like, red chests don't have pearlescents in here anyway. So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I just can't help but, like, you know, sometimes like when I see a blue beam, just you know, and it looks slightly different to me. Like I can't help but like look, you know, even if I actually, you know, there's like no possible way for me to get a pearlescent out of the red chest, but I just still can't help but look, you know. It's just like a habit of mine. Destroyer. Garbo, but still. I feel like a destroyer from one of those chests is pretty rare. Especially considering the destroyer itself is rare. Hammer. Nice. I really wish you can get loyalty comms in the armory, though. I wish it wasn't exclusive to Crawmerax. I guess it does make him a little bit more special, but it would be nice to have other things, I guess, to look out for in the armory. I'd have a little bit more reason to look at the class mods in the armory and stuff, you know? I feel like there's not as much of a reason for me to at this point. And it's nice to have other methods of getting things, you know? So you're not limited to just one method. Because sometimes, you know, it's nice to have options. If you get bored of one thing, you can go on to the next, you know? And that's what's nice about Pearlescence in this game, is that there's, even though they're exclusive to this DLC, there are several different ways that you can obtain them. And I like that. What did Bloodless do? Basically insta-kill? Yes. Yeah. Pretty much. They're just, in a nutshell, some of the most overpowered things you can use in this game. They're like absurdly broken, but like intentionally so, you know? Hence why they're so rare. They're also not finished. I don't think TCD ever really finished the Bloodless. Pretty sure he just made them for fun, you know, and didn't really finish them. I think he had more plans for them, from what I remember him telling me anyway. That's why I was talking about how I would really like him to actually continue the work on the Bloodless, but I know that's like one of the last things he really wants to do. Since it was really just kind of like the side thing in the first place, I think. Don't quote me though, I don't remember. But I'm just saying it would be cool. I would like to see that. Double Mongol? What? Hold on. Double Mongol. Where was that? Like, oh, this? Did I get, like, did I find two of them? Overpowered but actually fun, yeah, exactly. And you may, yeah, you may think like, you know, them being extremely overpowered is, you know, like it sounds like it would get boring really quick, but they do have really fucking cool effects. You know, it's not just being overpowered for the sake of being overpowered. It's like there was more put into it than that, you know. How many Bloodless are there again? There's like, what, 6? 5, 6? Something like that, I think. It's around there, I believe. I'm gonna guess 6. something like that. Is there a wiki? Not that I'm aware of. That would be cool, actually. I have, you know, actually, I've done some videos on the arsenal. Like guides, weapon guides. That might be as close as you can get to, like, you know, to a wiki, I guess. I don't know. Unless there's other places where you can find out more information. I know you can just go to our server and talk to TCD directly, you know, if you want to know more about a specific thing from the arsenal. But there really isn't a dedicated page or anything that you go to that tells you about it, other than like where you download it, you know. Like the mod page and everything. Oh. Though it had two in the same chest? What? Are you talking about that chest that was the one that's, you know, where the two are inside of each other? That one? So if so, I really actually wasn't paying attention to that. If that's the case, that's cool. Oh, the Aiden. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was like a, that was a, well, that was the most recent Bloodless. And recent is like, yeah, I don't want to make it sound like that came out like recently, because that came out a long time ago, like years ago. But that was like a new addition to the Bloodless family. Now that is probably the Bloodless that I want to find the most, I will say. Say. Let's see. It's 6 Bloodless. So I was right. And I actually kind of forgot about the Aiden, so. Huh. Nice. I knew it was around that, you know. There's not like a ton of Bloodless weapons. But still a decent amount, you know. But just getting one of those is like damn near impossible. So fucking rare. I can't imagine getting all 6. That would take like a lifetime. You'd have to be playing this game like your whole fucking life. And even still, you probably might not even get that, actually. I just feel like it's that rare. Oh, I appreciate that, JDX. I really do, man. I wish you a great new year as well. Happy New Year. Thanks for sticking around, man. Being supportive of the streams. And of course, my old videos. Also, sleep while you're still here, man. If you're still here, you know, I wanted to let you know that I am still working on that special Myriad series. You know, it's still in the works. It's just been a very slow journey, just trying to, you know, come up with all the ideas and everything, and everything. But I basically have it mostly set up to where I can start filming. You know, it's just my main problem is the actually coming up with ideas and shit. I really would actually like to maybe get with you and TCD and maybe Oogie, if you guys wanted to. We could all maybe brainstorm ideas for this series. I don't know if if you know what I'm talking about, Oogie. But basically, it's just this series I've been wanting to start for a while. And Sleepmaster, you know, made some custom things for me that will allow me to start said series. But it's basically just, you know, I'm trying not to like spoil anything really, but you know, it's basically just this the series that I'm doing on the Myriads, like kind of like a. I'm not really sure 100% what what it's going to be exactly. I'm kind of leaning towards more of like a sitcom type thing, like Red versus Blue. But yeah, in essence, it's just going to dive into the Myriads and like, you know, where they're from, who they are, you know, just, yeah, it's going to be like just a silly little sketch series, essentially, you know, regardless of what I decide. You know, I don't know if it's like fully going to be like comedy or if it's going to like, it's probably going to be more serious and have like, you know, comedic elements in it. But I don't think I'm going to really fully go on the comedy side of things, just because I'm not a comedian. I don't, you know, I'm not really a storyteller either, to be honest. But I feel like it would be easier for me to just have like more of a serious thing and add like jokes in, you know. The ice cream day dialogue, yeah. But anyway, Sleep, I just, you know, I wanted to let you know that's kind of where I'm at, you know. Still in the early stages of it, but I don't want you to like think that I've like abandoned the idea or anything, you know, because it's still something I want to do. It's just a matter of like coming up with things, you know, and that's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know if you would be interested, and same with you, Oogie, or if TCD would be interested in just all of us maybe getting together, you know, and brainstorming some stuff. One of these days, anyway, you know. And I could also, you know, talk about it more in detail, kind of what I have in mind for it, because I'm also like trying not to like spoil anything as well, you know, because obviously I don't want to like spoil too much on the stream for everybody else watching, you know what I mean? Since I want it to still be kind of a surprise in a sense, but I don't mind really talking about the idea, you know, itself. Anyway, let's go ahead and reset the armory. Don't worry, take your time with it. I know I am taking my sweet fucking time with it. I am. But I do have some cool ideas that I'm really excited to actually put into action, you know? This has been a series I've been wanting to do for like fucking ever. Basically ever since the Myriads were a thing, you know? It's been something I've wanted to do. I am probably going to need to get with TCD anyway, just because, you know, it is kind of his, you know, creation, right? The Myriads are his thing, and I'm going to need his approval on some things when it comes to like some of the backstory and stuff, and what I want to do with the Myriads. But yeah, I think it's okay. Like I think I do have quite a bit of creative freedom, you know, with it. because he does know, you know, he does know about it, of course. He's known about it for a while, this idea that I've had. Anyway, you guys, everybody else watching is probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the hell is this Myriad series you're going on and on about? I know it sounds confusing to the rest of you guys. I'm trying to make it sound confusing on purpose. But you guys will eventually see what I'm talking about. And it will make more sense. I really would like to get something good here, man. Something. You're up for it. We'll need to organize a meeting for sure. For sure. You like the idea of it? And yeah, you know, like I said, you know, it'll make more sense, Yugi. Like, if we got together and talked about it a little bit more. Because, you know, I'm sure that you still are maybe a little confused as to what I'm doing, and I'm still confused as to like exactly what I'm doing with it. But I do have some good ideas that I would like to share with you guys, and then you guys from there can, you know, decide if you'd want to help me. Which, no pressure or anything, you know what I mean? Like I can manage. It just might take me a little bit of extra time. It might just it would speed up the process if I just had some more like creative help, you know, with just coming up with things. Like little for example, just things with the story, the characters, you know, jokes, stuff like that. Because I do kind of have a base for a plot, but there are a lot of elements that I haven't really come up with yet. So but as far as like being able to like start it, like I can start recording it, you know. But obviously I don't want to record it until I actually have like an idea of what I'm doing with it, you know. That wouldn't really make any sense. Let's see, Dominic, been farming Craw for about a week and didn't get anything. This morning started farming Craw again and got an Undertaker Rose and Nemesis within an hour. Jesus, dude. What? Are you sure? I find that kind of fucking hard to believe, I'm not gonna lie. But if so, if that's like legit, dude, that's fucking awesome. Congratulations. I just, when people fucking say that they come in, they found like, they find several legendaries within like a short period of time, or even the people that are like, oh, I found 2 legendaries or more, or like a fucking chest full of legendaries in the armory, I'm just like, what the fuck? Maybe my luck is just fucking awful, but I've just never fucking seen that in my life. Like, that's rare. Highlight video spoiler, your Myriad my Myriad appears. Nice. Now, interestingly, the Myriad series is actually, you know, I will say this, it was actually going to be kind of, you know, focused around my Myriad at first, but then I, you know, I changed my mind. It's actually not going to be You know, my Myriad is still going to play a role in the series, but he's actually going to be more of a side character. When was the last time I've even seen a pearlescent? I don't feel like it was that long ago. I mean, as far as like, you know, if we're counting in streams, if we're counting in like time, like obviously it's been a little while since I've seen one, but I don't think it was that many streams ago that I saw one. I swear I fucking found something. I don't remember what it was, but it was something. Was it an Avenger? I don't know. I always get like lose track of what I find. Unless it's like something like I don't know, like a fucking Nemesis or something. That would stand out to me a little bit more. Because I haven't seen one of those. Those are fucking rare. But, you know, if it's something like an Avenger or shit like that. Or an Undertaker, or, you know, I might get a little bit jumbled up. With the exception of a Tsunami as well, that's another thing like that I would definitely remember if I found here. Unless it was shit. If it was shit, I probably would forget. Which, why wouldn't I, you know? Probably wouldn't even pick it up. I would, you know, it just... There wouldn't be anything to it. Anything for me to attach myself to. Just be another piece of junk, you know? So close to having every Pearl in Borderlands 1. Xbox only, missing Avenger, Ares, Jackal. I have a Tsunami, but it's a Thumper. See, that's the worst, man. That's crazy, though. Avenger, Ares, and Jackal are actually not super hard to get, either. I mean, the Ares is, out of those three, that's probably the hardest one to find. At least from my experience. But as far as an Avenger and Jackal go, they're not the hardest to find. At least, you know, that's for me. I know that everybody has like different experiences with this game and might have different luck. But from my experience, those were some of the more common pearlescents that I've seen. Do I still enjoy playing Borderlands 1 after all these years? Yes, I do. Hence why I'm still playing it. I know there are like streamers and you know, YouTubers out there who play things not really as much because they enjoy it. But for other reasons, and yeah, I'm not one of those people. I play this game because I enjoy it, because I want to. Like, Borderlands 1 is the only game in the series for me that I just still get the urge to play. Because it's just that fun for me. And I've put a lot of time into, you know, some of the other games like Borderlands 2, pre-sequel. Not really as much with 3, but... yeah, and I love some of the other games. Even 3 to an extent. You know I give 3 a lot of fucking shit. But I still do like 3 to a degree. If we're just, you know, really not counting the story and stuff. And the excessively high legendary drop rates. Yes, that shit still bothers me. It will never not bother me. I mean, I really don't even know the drop rates at this point, you know. They could be better. I remember, was Aaron that came in here a while back and told me the drop rates were better, but I get the feeling they're still fucking too high. But I could be wrong, you know. I haven't touched Borderlands 3 for a while. I did actually, I don't know if I told you guys this. I know I told you guys I bought Wonderlands. But I did actually get the second season pass for Borderlands 3 during the winter sale on Steam. That was another thing I got. I figured may as well, you know, something I kind of wanted to check out, even if I'm like, you know, I'm not all that excited to check it out. It's still something I would like to see, you know, that I do have a little bit of interest in. It would be kind of interesting to go back and play Borderlands 3 just to see what the state of the game is at this point, you know. Now that the game is, I think, done. I mean, I don't know if they're still really doing a lot with Borderlands 3 anymore. I don't think they are. I think they're focusing on like Wonderlands and shit, but it would be interesting to just kind of see what the game is like now, you know, and some of the other content that I've missed, even if, again, I just... Borderlands 3 is kind of a mixed bag for me. I still feel like I should check out some of that other stuff. Because I might like it, you know, I might like it. You don't enjoy Borderlands 3 much. The fact that the story takes so much time and it's awful ruins it for me. Yeah, I'm with you on that. The story is just oh man, and it really sucks because the gameplay is so phenomenal. Like the gunplay is just incredible, and the environmental design. There's so many things I still do really love about Borderlands 3, you know, that makes me actually want to go play it again. But there's things like the story that just really just kill it for me, and it's hard for me to like want to go back. Like, you know, there's so much of a negative that it's like, you know, because the story is really an integral part of the game, and it's hard to avoid unless you're just doing endgame shit, at which point you don't really, you know, I mean, you're done with the story. But like if you like want to start like a new character, then you have to deal with that. Like, and I want to do the other characters. I want to play through as the other characters, but I don't want to go through the story again, you know? Ugh. Oh, you're heading off sleep? Alright, man. You take care, dude. Thanks for coming in, and, you know, yeah, happy New Year. I know it's late, but, yeah. Happy New Year regardless. You have a good one, dude. And thank you for the good luck. I'll need it, for sure. Who hasn't beaten pre-sequel? Who? Who are we talking about? Me? I've beaten pre-sequel. Unless somebody else said that they haven't. Oh, Mist. Mist. Yeah, dude. Fucking play the pre-sequel, dude. Do yourself a favor and check out the pre-sequel. It is worth your time. Pre-sequel gets a lot of hates, and it really upsets me. You know, the game does have problems. I've always, you know, I've never, like, acted like the game just doesn't have problems, but it's definitely way underappreciated. You know, it's a really fun game, especially if you enjoy Borderlands 2. It's really just, it's more of that, kind of, you know, but also different, in a sense. It's really fun. It's kind of got its own unique atmosphere and vibe. I really like pre-sequel. I would like to revisit that again eventually. Anyway, I think we're going to do one more run here of the Armory, and then we'll call it. How long have I even been going for? It's not telling me. Oh, there we go. Yes, it is. Never mind. Let's see. You've gotten through 90% of the pre-sequel? Damn. Well, you should go finish it. Or start over, whichever. I mean, for me, like, if it's been a while since I've played a game, and it doesn't really matter how far I've gotten, I probably would start over. That's me, though. Also, my girlfriend. Although my girlfriend she, like, loves to start over. Like, like, it comforts her to, like, start games over. Like, a lot. So I'll find any excuse to start something over. I really enjoy the pre-sequel in some aspects. I like it more than 2. The character skills are awesome in pre-sequel. They are. They're the best in the series, and I'll stand by that. I know I haven't really, you know, tried out all the characters in 3, and I haven't even played Wonderlands, but I don't even care. I'm still gonna stand by the pre-sequel has the best character skills. Like, it has really good characters. Some of the most, like, thought out skill trees in the entire series. It's really good. And it's honestly a crime that haven't really done very many of, you know, the characters. I've gotten a couple to a few characters maxed out, but yeah, I really want to go through all of them. It's just for the characters even alone. I mean, I love the rest of the game, but, like, even if the game you know, wasn't as good to me, like, in, you know, with the other in the other aspects, I guess, I still would want to play through it over and over again just for the characters. Just because it's that fun to try out the new characters in that game. And mess around with the different skills. It's just I enjoy the pro grind. Gearbox messed up the Borderlands 2 pearls. I know. It's really, you know, I'll never not be sad about that. That is something that always saddens me, is how they butcher the pearls in the second game. I know there's probably a lot of mods these days that, like, address that and probably fix the pearls, I would imagine. But still, it doesn't change the fact that, you know, a lot of people have experienced the way the pearls are just from the get-go, you know, with the vanilla game. And honestly, like, a lot of people just, you know, got the impression that pearls just are garbage, you know, that they've never seen pearls in the first game, they've never even played the first game, you know. There's a lot of people that just kind of get this really bad impression of pearls, and it's like, really sucks too, you know. It's like, that's really not how they should be. They should be so much better than this. I feel like Borderlands 2 just had, like, an unnecessary amount of rarities. You know, you had the Seraphs, and then you had fucking rainbow weapons and shit. It's like, how many do we need? Seraphs honestly may as well just be legendaries, like, or pearls or whatever, you know. Maybe not pearls, I don't know, but you know, they could just be legendaries. I'll have to make like an entirely new rarity, you know. I don't know why I haven't unequipped this yet. There we go. Like, I understand the idea behind Seraph weapons, you know. But it's just like, they still could have had the whole Seraph store. They still could have had all that stuff, but just, they didn't have to make an entirely new rarity, you know. But let's face it, isn't really like a whole lot different than like legendaries and shit, you know. It's just not really anything that, you know, super fucking crazy that stands out a lot. Same with the rainbow rarity or whatever, which I think is cool. It's cool, but it's like, it's kind of unnecessary, you know, in my opinion. It's just kind of adding more shit just for the sake of adding shit without really, you know, much to back it up. Like, pearls kind of have, you know, like, they have a purpose behind them in this game. They're not just there just because, like, they're, you know, they're meant to be these really rare, powerful weapons. Which I feel like, you know, obviously they butchered in fucking Borderlands 2, but then they go about adding these other rarities that just feel like there's really no purpose to them. You know what I mean? Like, you can see kind of, well, I don't really see why they added the rainbow ones, to be honest. The rainbow rarity. I really have no idea why they did that. Even just missing the point or something. But with Seraphs, like, I can kind of see, you know, they wanted like this unique rarity that's exclusive to, you know, this like raid boss store or whatever, right? Like, but it's like, you just make them legendary, you know what I mean? There's just not enough to like make them stand out. Like, you can still have the store, you can still have this like special store where you have like this special currency, but just make them, like, why do you need to have a new rarity for these things? You know, it just doesn't really make sense to me. It's not like a huge deal or anything, like, I'm just saying it's like, it's weird, you know? I'm not even saying like the Seraphs, like, you know, were bad or anything. I just think the rarity was kind of unnecessary, like adding a new rarity to the game like that. Like, they didn't need to be new, you know. It didn't need to be like, it doesn't really feel like it has as much of a purpose as, like, say, pearls do in this game, you know. Like, if you're gonna make an entirely new class of rarity, make it like feel more that it has like an actual purpose in the game, you know. Not just because you can, but because, like, it feels, you know, like they could honestly keep making rarities just because, you know. Like, that's kind of how it felt, like, with the rainbow rarity. Like, it just felt like, oh, we're just gonna make this new rarity just because we fucking can, you know. Make it all colorful and shit, and that's it. Even though we could have just made these things, like, we could have put them into any other rarity, but no, we wanted to, like, make this rarity that's like all different kinds of colors, just because we fucking can, you know. Like, it's like that. Just because it's shiny and new, but there's no real, you know, purpose behind it, I guess. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Because, like, if you're gonna keep adding, like, extra shit like that, it makes, I don't know, it starts to feel a little bit, you know, it actually kind of ends up making the things feel less special, if you ask me. And it starts to make some of the other rarities feel less special as well, if you're gonna add, like, a shit ton of new rarities to your game. It's like, okay, so legendaries aren't really the most, you know, they're not super special anymore, you know? Especially when you make pearls, like, so shit, like... Ugh. It's like insult to injury, you know. You add pearls to your game, you make them trash for the most part, and then you decide to add even more rarities to the game and not fix the pearlescence. Like, what the fuck, you know? Anyway, I'm just ranting at this point. Rest assured, I love Borderlands 2. Don't worry. I know I sound like a fucking hater, but I love the game. I just like to sometimes complain about some of the things I don't like. I like to focus on that side of things more often than not. But yeah, I don't want to sound like I fucking hate the game or something, because I do. And it's not like those things really break the game for me, because they don't. It's not like the story in Borderlands 3, which is very much a deal-breaking experience, or that it really like affects my experience, you know? It's not like that. It's a very minor thing that it's more of just like a slight nuisance to me or something, you know? It's not a big deal, but... Anyway. Interfacer, yeah, the interface is awesome. Like, I really like some of the weapons there, but I just, again, like, I don't see why they couldn't have just been legendaries, you know? I guess we'll go around this way, since we're already doing that. And then, honestly, the fucking pearls should have been legendaries, too. I mean, I don't even know. Were they even good enough? Outside of, I guess, like 1 or 2, like, to be worthy of even being legendary? Like, that's how, like, kind of shit they were. Like, it's just like, man. Like, I don't even know if I want to call them, like, legendary either. I guess the most that they could have gone is, like, unique, you know? Yeah, the Becca is, like, when I say, like, most of the pearls were not great, I mean, like, I'm obviously excluding, like, stuff like the Becca. The Becca was actually pretty decent, you know? And I do like, you know, I like the special effects on even the ones that, like, sucked, you know? But it's just the fact that they sucked. Like, at least up the damage or something, you know what I mean? Like... I like the special effects, I just, you know, they didn't really feel like worthy of the pearlescent name, you know? At all. Again, outside of, like, the Becca, I guess, you know? And maybe the Butcher. The Avenger was, I like the effect of the Avenger. Even though it was nothing like the Avenger in this game. That's another thing that Borderlands 2 did that was, like, kind of annoying. They brought back a lot of old guns. Even if they, like, changed them up, it's just like, why, though? Like, why? Like, if you're gonna bring back the gun, like, make it like the way it was in the first game, or just make it a different gun. Like, the Avenger was completely different in that game. Completely different type of weapon, completely different effect. Like, it has nothing to do with the Borderlands 1 Avenger. Like, why call it the Avenger? They could have easily named it something else. You know, the Butcher was at least, like, somewhat similar. It had somewhat of a similar concept and was actually really a fun weapon. Like, they were pretty fun weapons for the most part. It's just, as far as, like, being, like, worthy of the pearlescent name, like, they weren't that. Again, outside of a select few or whatever, you know. And then also, like, obtaining them was a joke. Like, I hated farming fucking tubbies. That got so old so fast. That actually was just... Like, at least make them... I mean, I know they also, like, added them to the fucking Digistruct Peak loot pool. But yeah, like, obtaining pearls was a joke. Like, it was not fun to even go for them. That's another thing. It's like, at least pearls in this game are actually fun to farm for. You know, at least make all your raid bosses and stuff have a chance at, like, dropping them. At least make, like, the chests have a chance of dropping them. Like, that would have been so much more exciting if they were more like world drops, but no, they had to make them very, like, specific drops. And, like, not in a fun way either. Like, there was no... Like, farming tubbies was not fun, in my opinion. Not fun. You know, part of what makes pearls so cool in this is, even though they are just exclusively tied to this DLC, there are several different ways you can get them, which is really nice. And I know that's like kind of like that in Borderlands 2. I don't know if they ever changed it with that last DLC. I don't think they did. I think it's still the same, right? But regardless, like what is it, the two different ways that you can get pearled? I think there's only two ways. They're just not fun. And then they make the boss from Digistruct Peak like have like a guaranteed chance of dropping a pearl. I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed chance of dropping a pearl, which is also another thing that they did wrong. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Pearls are supposed to be rare. They're not supposed to drop like guaranteed. Even though, you know, actually doing Digistruct Peak and getting to that boss and fighting that boss kind of like, you know, it's not really like fun process in my opinion. You know, after you do Digistruct Peak like so many times, it becomes so like, oh god, you know. So it almost feels like it's like a really nice reward for doing that, but at the same time, it's like, at least give me like a bunch of legendaries or something instead, like, because you're making pearls seem even less special than they already feel in that game. Anyway, sorry, that's something I kind of am passionate about. Like, I really hate how they butcher pearls in the second game. That is one thing I really hate about the second game. And then they just never bring them back, which maybe is for the best, but I mean, come on, like, they could have definitely brought them back. But given how Borderlands 3 like really made the drop rates so much higher, you know, like with the legendaries and stuff, I wouldn't have been surprised if the drop rates for the pearlescents also would have been way too high, you know, and then it would have also just killed it. Because you have to have the drop rates right for those. Again, part of the entire point of pearlescents is that they are rare. Legendaries are supposed to be rare, and they fuck that up. But if they're gonna fuck up pearlescents, like, you know, and make them really common, then that's like, what the hell's the point? You know? I know. I agree these days with Borderlands as a whole. It's definitely on a decline. And I know I talked about Tales from the Borderlands, the new one, a little bit. But yeah, like, it's just god awful, man. I'm definitely still interested to play Wonderlands. I still think it looks kind of fun, but I've heard a lot of mixed things about Wonderlands, and I'm definitely not like, I don't have high expectations or anything, you know. Especially after Borderlands 3, it's really hard to like be excited about anything Borderlands, which really sucks, man. It sucks for Borderlands fans right now. Unless you are just happen to be a fan of like 3 and Wonderlands and all that stuff, then, and the new Tales from the Borderlands, but like, come on, man. Even if you like 3 and Wonderlands, like, how can you fucking like the disaster that is the new Tales from the Borderlands game? How? I don't think anybody cares for that. At least that I know of. I've never seen anybody who actually really enjoys it. I mean, if you somehow enjoy that game, I don't want to like, you know, keep you from enjoying it, you know, because you enjoy what you want to enjoy. I don't want to stop you, but at the same time, it's like, man, I don't know. I kind of do judge you a little bit, you know. it's just that horrendous of a game. In my opinion, it's nobody asked for it too. Like, who asked for that? The only thing that we asked for that's Tales from the Borderlands related was a season 2 of the original game, you know, that just continues the original storyline. That's it. Nobody wanted a new game with new characters that takes place with, like, you know, kind of in the Borderlands 3 canon. You know, with the same stupid fucking humor, the same stupid characters and story and everything, you know, probably actually worse, because it's, you know, the problem is with the new Tales game is that it's almost exclusively a story game. I mean, there are little elements of, you know, other things in the game, but like, it really is just a story based game. There's nothing else to back it up. At least Borderlands 3 had, like, you know, decent gameplay to back it up, you know, but the new Tales doesn't have that, so you're left with this god-awful story, and that's it. I'm actually really glad they didn't continue the season 2, because imagine how much they would have butchered that. That would have been worse. Like, I'm glad it's at least it's its own, like, story, because then you know, it doesn't really matter that much. Even though they did butcher some of the characters, like Reese, you know, even though he was already just kind of butchered in 3, they made it a lot worse in the new Tales, and completely, like, erased you know, the kind of character Reese is supposed to be. I watched a really good video on, or at least I started to watch a good video on the new Tales. I didn't fully watch it because I thought maybe I'd want to, like, check it out for myself eventually. At this point, I've thought about it, and I really don't know if I want to anymore. But yeah, it was a really good video on it, and, you know, that talked about, you know, really into detail about, like, for example, Reese, you know, and how they changed Reese. You know, even though, like, 3's Reese was kind of, like, pretty bad just due to the writing and everything, but, like, at least he sort of stayed kind of true to the character, you know, a little bit of the Reese that we know and love. But in the new Tales, like, he's just a completely different kind of character that's just an asshole. You know, it's like, what the fuck, you know? Like, they can't even get the characters that are already, like, you know, that already existed right. It's just like, man, what the hell? It feels like a fever dream. If you ask me, like, that's what the new Tales feels like. It's like a fucking fever dream. It feels like, you know, something you just, one of those things you know, you dream about, and it's like, but it's like ends up being a nightmare, you know? It's like, it shouldn't exist, but it does, and it's fucking terrible, you know? It's a nightmare that exists. It's like, you know, you're having a good dream, you're thinking about a new, you know, Tales from the Borderlands season 2, and then it turns into the new Tales from the Borderlands game. Like, that's what it's like. Did I loot this whole place? What am I doing? I don't know, I got so, like, lost in what I was talking about that I don't even remember. I think I went down here, didn't I? Fuck, I don't even know. I think I looted this whole place. Let me see. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. I couldn't remember. Sorry. Anyway, guys. I got a little caught up in the rant there. You just tell how passionate I am about Borderlands. It saddens me, you know, like, the state of the games right now. State of the series. And part of me, honestly, like, I really, at this point, I don't even know if I want them to make a new Borderlands game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, I don't even think I really want a new game from them. At least not with the current people that are working on, you know, that are at Gearbox right now. I mean, I'm sure that there's like, you know, I know that there's plenty of people at Gearbox that are actually, that did a, you know, phenomenal job on the games, like as far as like you know, the art direction, you know, all that other stuff, you know, the gameplay of like 3, and I'm sure the gameplay of Wonderlands is great too. That I want, you know, to keep around as well. But like the people who made like the story and shit, they could go. The people responsible for Tales from the Borderlands can go. The people who thought that was a good idea to make that game can go. Like, those people are a problem. Anyway, I'm going to leave off here, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's kind of a toxic fucking New Year's stream. Just with me, you know, ranting, being better. But what's new? Hopefully you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, you know. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your week, and you know that that your New Year is going well so far. I know we're still very early into the new year. Like, what day is it? The 5th. Like, it's barely, like, it hasn't even been a week. But still, I hope it's going well. And I hope your year continues to go well. And yeah, I'm hoping to see you guys on the next stream, probably within this next week. You know, I never like to really, you know, I at least try to you know, not plan ahead too much with my streams, or at least like, you know, as far as like letting you guys know like when I'm gonna stream next, because usually like I don't really stick with that because I'm very just, you know, I'm very unpredictable when it comes to streaming. You know, there might be times where I'm like streaming 2 days in a row, but there's a lot of the time it's like I stream, oh whoops, you know, like I do a stream and then like 2 weeks later I do another stream. That's kind of usually like, that's actually how it's been lately. But I'm hoping to change that a little bit with the new year. That's definitely one of my New Year's resolutions. You know, something that I really would like to change is, you know, well, streaming more. I would like to do that. That's something that's very much a goal. So, you know, at least maybe do like a stream a week or something, you know. And I'm like dead serious too. Like I know I say that I want to do that, and it never usually happens, but this is definitely like yeah, like I'm very serious about it. So yeah, I'm thinking I'll stream this next week, you know, just kind of start from there, weekly. Yeah, we'll kind of go from there. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to stream next. I might just do more Borderlands. It's typically what I do when I don't really know what to play. But I know that I am also going to start some playthroughs this year. It's been a while since I've done a playthrough of any kind. Even if it's more Borderlands, you know. Something. I'll start something. Something different. But anyway, you guys take care, and yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all take care. Peace out.